Peter. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great.
You doing good?
I'm doing really good. I feel really involved.
What are we going to be seeing here? We're going to go in game. We're going to be seeing this Metropolis that we showcased in the video on Wednesday. Do we have footage of that? Can we cut to, not footage, but okay. So actually, why don't you cut back real quick? Hold on, don't move anywhere, Tristan. Cut back to the feed, the video, the stream, and let's show Tristan behind us.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, back to the video.
Are we gonna move?
Back to us.
Are we?
There you go. This is
doing
Tristan.
one of these?
Tristan's going to be driving the Rogue today in the Metropolis. All right, cut to that. We can cut now back to the
so you can
game.
just see the back of his chair. It's fine.
All right, so here we have the Metropolis that was seen in both our Metropolis Part 2 node series, as well as the Art of War.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take you in to that Metropolis. Everything. It's important to note that. Well, you can go ahead. It's important to note that everything you saw in the Art of War is, in the engine. It is. Ooh, little tumble. I like it. It is in the engine.
Right.
And this is the environment you'll be playing in. This is the character you're going to be playing. Those are the skills you're going to see. The only difference that's in our Art of War, none of it is CG. None of it is pre-rendered. It is all created in this engine. Yep. And you're playing the game now, and you get to see pretty much all the stuff you saw there. Just we're going to take you through. This is an invisibility.
An
invisibility.
Nice.
And it is a rogue primary skill. I believe we're team viewing this, so you might see some little bit of blur,
choppiness,
motion blur and choppiness. No, it looks good, I think. It's looking good. So where are we right now?
So right now, what do you mean, where are we? We're right in front of the temple is where we're at.
Oh, okay, good. Oh yeah, cool, okay. So we're in front of the temple. This was in the Art of War video where he went into this temple, and some of you were wondering what was that relic that the
that relic
retrieved.
that looked like a Bebelith or something.
A what?
That was a protective relic that the city had that was preventing attack, basically. So once he grabbed that relic, he enabled the siege, and that's when the trebuchets started firing.
Oh, very cool. I like it. So another important thing to note here is that you'll see these kiosks that kind of exist out in the Metropolis. And I know we talked a little bit about this last week with Fever. These kiosks are rentable, and it's the mechanic that players can set up shop for with their inventory that they want to sell things, if they're crafters or processors or gatherers. And they can rent that kiosk for a period of time. They can rent it for a day, they can rent it for the night, they can rent it for whatever period of time. And it allows them to just kind of show their goods. And you'll see there's some people there haggling with with that marketplace.
One day that'll be real people.
Oh,
it'll be you, the players.
One day soon. One day very soon. Another important thing to note about the Metropolis is that you'll see buildings like that right there, where you're looking at now, Tristan, and those are like a mansion-style home. And the way that static homes within the node work, and you can just keep us kind of looking at that area, the way that the static homes within the node work is that if this node were to develop into a village stage and you were to purchase a small dwelling within the village, as that node progresses and you got in early, that static home is going to progress with the node. It will become that mansion here near the center of town.
Right.
Right?
So that's one of the biggest reasons to get into a node early and to kind of figure out where your home's going to be, because that's going to give you the opportunity to really own the coolest looking buildings, I think, probably on the server.
Yeah, I agree.
You really get to feel like you're part of the city.
Would be an apartment complex. So this would, if you can just keep us here, this would be like the players at, I believe it's at stage 4, it might be stage 5, I believe it's stage 4, the player government has the ability to begin construction on an apartment complex. And this apartment complex allows for instanced housing within the node if players weren't able to participate in purchasing a static node or didn't have the ability to build a freehold for
Right.
whatever reason. They can come here and they can rent these apartments, which would allow them to claim citizenship within the node. And obviously, the more apartments that become rented, the higher the price scales. There's a soft kind of, not necessarily limit, but just a greater expense that's necessary if there's already a lot of citizens within the node. And that kind of scarcity drives, competitiveness for real estate and,
Right. It gives you a reason to go out and find that other node.
Exactly.
If that one comes too expensive.
Yeah.
But this is the marketplace. This is, I think, our artist knocked it out of the park with this particular area.
Oh, the marketplace. Yeah. Oh, this looks good. So another thing we were discussing last time was that nodes within a region may share a bulletin board in the town center, and that bulletin board may be a search method for you to look for certain types of items. You won't be able to necessarily purchase that item from an auction house, so to speak, but you would have the location in a marketplace that you would need to purchase the item from. Yeah. And that helps to create local economies and local markets that are dependent on the supply of resources, gatherables, and and items that are within a local marketplace. You can see. And as you can see here, the UI is very basic. It is a very basic UI. This is a placeholder UI. You just have the health bar on the bottom left there, menu option, top right. We haven't begun to work at all on our UI.
Yeah, it's functional for us. It's not functional for players. I mean, I guess it would be functional for players, but that's all it would be, is functional.
Right.
It's there to make sure that, when we're in game and we're making sure our stats are scaling correctly, and that, when I equip something, my strength goes up and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
When I get hit, my HP goes down.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Go to the first floor here.
You want to take us up to the first floor? You want to go invisible so they don't try to kill you? Sweet. I love this temple. Oh, by the way, this area here was created by our artists John and Michael. They did this Metropolis. The scene itself, the level itself, was set up by Tristan, one of our level designers. You want to take us into the temple? Can we go into the temple? Take a look at what's in there.
Front door is?
Where's the front door? Ask one of the guards where the front door is. It's a big, our Metropolis actually node footprint is, I believe, 0.25 kilometers in radius. Just about, I think.
No, I think it's bigger than that.
Isn't it? It's a 0.5 diameter, I thought.
0.5 radius.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Oh, we got a delivery. FedEx is here.
Hang on, you're going to hear some sounds.
The door's
Hear the door
opening.
open. Howdy.
Thank you.
And the package has arrived.
All right, I think this is where people saw the top, the relic was at the top of this building. So
I think we're running out of time, so
let's get some questions in after this. Thank you, Tristan, for that.
Appreciate it, Tristan.
Yeah, very cool. All right, what more questions do we have from the community?
Okay.
Where do we have those questions?
I don't know.
I have them.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
And they're there
Captain
too.
Brownbeard.
Is that the top? Captain Brownbeard asks, will devs be in-game with other players, and if so, will they be interactive?
I would like to wander the countryside with nothing but a potato sack and sandals on.
That's amazing.
Well, that would be great.
That is amazing.
Just a traveler on the winds.
That is amazing.
You know?
So that's really going to depend on where we're at when we get to launch. I know one of the coolest parts of some of the games that I've played in the past are GM run events and things that are really organic and have a lot of role play involved. That's something I would very much love to do, both as a player and as a designer. The question will be is how many people can we staff for that and make sure that everybody gets the kind of attention it deserves?
I think the answer is tentatively yes. You're going to see GMs in the game interacting to a degree. I know that our Phoenix initiative, which is one of the components of the package I believe we have on Kickstarter, is going to be an area that's exclusive to those members who are part of the Phoenix Initiative.
Right.
And in that area, you will see when GMs are online, they'll be in that area doing their daily activities and
More
stuff
likely,
like that.
that'll be the base place where they
Right.
log in and that
Exactly.
sort of thing.
So yes, tentatively.
You can
yes.
harass them there.
Whoa, no harassment. I'm just a man in sandals. Leave me alone. What's this guy? The
Welshinator.
Welshinator. I wonder if he's Welsh.
He might be Welsh.
What gave it away?
All right, I don't know the name. Will the game have a day and night cycle? Will this have any effect on gameplay? The game will have a day and night cycle.
It already does have a day.
It does, yeah, it does have a day and night cycle. And the gameplay, I think you're going to see potentially different monster tables for the day and the night. You're going to see perhaps different emissives be more prevalent on night creatures and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool. We want, I mean, along with seasons, right? Seasons are change, right? Day-night is also change. It's not going to necessarily be change everywhere, right? But it will be change in some places. You know, that might be that certain NPCs will only be awake during certain times of the day. Certain mobs certain forests might get really terrifying at night, like some game that I know of. You know, there's a lot of stuff we can do with that we want to have a lot of fun with.
Yeah.
That's relatively easy to do. So,
Daemonicus. Will players be able to build mage towers or other class-flavored structures on their freehold lands? Class-flavored structures. I don't know if it's going to be. It's not going to be class-flavored, but it will be profession-flavored.
right.
You know, in what abilities and professions you're pursuing in your artisan class, you're going to see that play out through the structures that you're building on your freehold.
Right, and we're going to have skins and stuff for these things.
Right.
So, I mean, if you want to have like a mage-flavored freehold, that'll definitely be possible.
Sure, through the skins. And I think that's currently actually on our Kickstarter as well. We have different tiers of skins that are available. But yeah, no, that's a good example.
Redeemer Showa. Redeemer Osha.
Redeem Rosha.
Redeemer Osha.
Oh,
there you
Redeemer
go. Thank
Osha.
you.
There you
Well
go.
done.
Very nice. Will the game have voiceover?
So, I mean, that's something that we want. I think everybody wants to have voiceover in their game, but voiceover is very, very expensive.
I think on our priority list, voiceover would be behind every single system and player specific.
It's one of those
game.
things that it adds so much to the game, but is also like a continual expense, right? It's not just something that we do once at the launch of the game. Once we do it at the launch of the game, we kind of have to do it for all our updates.
And while it's a novel thing for the players to experience, you know, hearing a familiar voice or just having great voice acting, whatever it is, you know, is it above any systems? No.
No,
it's not at all. So from an expense and budgeting standpoint, every single system will come first.
Right. And if we happen to make it happen, we'll make it happen.
Right.
But can't give any promises.
Grizzly 2016. Will crafting stations only be found on freeholds, or will artisans be able to craft on the go? That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's a great question. I think it depends perhaps on what it is that you're trying to craft.
I mean, right now, for the most part, we are considering everything to be like either in a freehold, in a city, you know, in a node.
At some station.
At some station.
Unless you're trying to make a baked potato and you have like sour cream and like cheese and you want to take the potato that you just harvested and like put them together and now it's a meal you can eat.
That might be a situation where you can do it on the fly, but it'll probably be on a recipe profession kind of basis more than yeah.
But baked potatoes on the go is a potential.
Right. Baked potatoes confirmed.
Okay, baked potatoes. Very good. Unpwned. Will the node locations types change from beta to release?
Yeah, I think
It's
you had a question
definitely
last time.
possible.
I think you had a question last
you know, we don't want that to happen, obviously. We want all of our design to be perfect the first time we do it.
Right.
But it's very likely that we are not perfect and that we will have to change things.
I mean, that's the purpose of betas and
Right.
alphas, is that there can be changes. So, you know, basic answer to that question, yes, there's a possibility.
For something like nodes, it's actually kind of probably pretty unlikely.
Yes.
But
we want to make sure we get that right before we go into beta.
Right, yeah. But it's possible that things happen, and things always do happen.
Miss Banjo. Oh, I like banjos. Those are
do
good
too.
musical instruments. Can you tell us more about housing? Will they have predetermined looks, or will players have full capability to create and build?
They will have predetermined looks, and they will have skins that you can change those looks. But if you're talking about like actually like kind of like, you know, Sims kind of building of houses, that's probably not going to be on the table. It'll be pre-constructed floor plans and stuff.
They'll be
that we offer you guys.
pre-constructed, but I think one of the aspects of housing in the game, specifically in relation to freeholds, is that expanding your home will include some modular assets that you would have the ability
Right.
to move around and change.
Yeah.
And that in and of itself will make your house unique. In
Right.
addition, there are going to be a lot of a lot of skins
And a lot
that
of
are
decorations,
available, and
too.
a lot of decorations, exactly. So to a degree, yes, they will have some capability over these
Yeah.
things.
But it's not going to be full capability. Just
Not
wanna
full,
Make sure
no.
that's clear.
Tholorin. Can we address how? No, we already did that one. Aiden. Will there be class locked gear
Class locked gear.
outside of utility items?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see situations and scenarios for something super epic and amazing that only works for a specific type of person. But those will probably be pretty far and few between.
Yeah, I agree. All right. I think
Yeah, we're at 402. We're going over today.
that's good. I think we'll probably end it there, yeah?
Yeah,
So,
sounds good to me.
big congratulations, everybody out there,
yeah.
our amazing supporters. We did reach last night our $1.75 million in funding.
Underrealm.
Which did unlock our Underrealm expansion stretch goal. And it's a pretty exciting day here at Intrepid Studios
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people here who are looking forward to designing that
Yeah,
aspect
I'm
of
very,
it.
very glad that I get to work on this.
Yes,
it's
gonna
very
be
excited.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
I would love, obviously, if we can get that extra race unlocked at the 2.5
Yeah, that would be
million.
absolutely
'Cause
incredible.
That's a whole different story relating to the Underrealm. But we are super appreciative. We're absolutely grateful. It is awesome to see the reception we've received. We did unveil also in an update our angelic skin, which is in the 1K package, I believe, on Kickstarter. This is a racial skin that you'll choose a race going into the game, obviously, and then you'll apply this racial skin, and it will change your appearance to that angelic figure. We have the demonic skin coming out next week, so look forward to that. That's also part of the package. So, guys, we appreciate absolutely your support. We are our undying gratitude for your continued assistance in spreading the word about Ashes of Creation to all of your friends, to your guilds, everybody out there. We're going to make the best game possible, and we can't do it without you guys. We appreciate you 100%.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Have a good one.